sell their site, you know?
But it's just really, since I know I do the report every week, and I know how many years, I know now how to do this.
I just shared it with myself. I really want to find out. Right here first. All right, how's everyone doing this morning? Great, good, good. How you guys doing out in Zoom? Hey, Corey, nice to see you. Hey, Bernette. Nana, who else we got on there? Mercedes, Laura. You guys are hiding in your black screens, but that's okay. Nice to see everybody this morning. We've got a lot of fun stuff to do. We have a lot of people coming in to talk to everybody with everything going on. So let's get started. First things first, we always got to thank our sponsors for everything that they do for us. We have Indu Media, all of our real estate photography needs. We have OnTrack Escrow, Smart Move Academy, NHD Solutions, Mortgage Express, Old Republic, but we also have our own Monarch title, and Frank's going to come up and share some good stuff with us this morning. So Frank, why don't you come up here? And we have room mics now, so you pop up. Here, let me get to your full screen so they can see you completely. Oh, there we go. They can see you in Zoom.
Good morning. First of all, I want to thank all of you in the room, OnTrack Escrow, and Express Mortgage. You know, when I took on this job, Sam said to me, so I need somebody experienced to work the Antelope Valley. I said, you're kidding, you're going to open a title company? And I said, that's a lot of work. So here we are, almost 2 years later, and we did a name change. We did a name change, very important for people to know we're from Hollywood to Monarch, but I'm so glad we did because more people understand Monarch than they do Hollywood. So, and I want to thank all the people who worked with us, and you especially. Our business is growing every day, and I'm very happy to see what is going, progressing with the company as well. A lot of you are new in the business. I'm really your right arm. When it comes to title insurance, that's one thing, everybody can do that. But when it comes to building, buying land, what do I do? My family wants to give me a lot listing, what do I do? And that's where I come in. Okay, my background, I'm not going to spend all day explaining my background, but basically I was a regional planning commissioner for Michael Antonovich back in the late 80s. I was appointed, so I learned a lot about land development, zoning, all that stuff. And what I've done is I've brought a sheet with the different costs of building a house today. Everybody thinks, oh, when I look back 10 years ago, they say, oh, I could build this house for this. No, you can't. You can't. There's state laws that prevent you from doing what we have now. The older houses we have, anything that's over basically 4 or 5 years, it's against law to build today. You can't do it. Every single home today has to have sprinklers in it. It's a state law. You can't get away from it. Number two, you have to put tankless water heaters in your houses, okay? Brand new homes, all the brand new homes. And solar is mandated in every single house, whether it's in Cal City or whether it's downtown Beverly Hills, it doesn't matter. Those are mandated. Nelson Chung's a good friend of mine. He owns Pacific Communities. Everybody knows who Pacific is. They're the largest developer in the Antelope Valley. Okay, they own 3,200 lots. That's what he owns. He has cost in the last 5 years of his homes, because the mandates of California, of course, we had some lumber go up, but it's coming down today, by the way. He told me yesterday it went down 20%, which is good news. It cost him $100,000 more than 5 years ago to build the same house. 100,000. So that's why everybody said, oh, these guys are getting rich. No, they're not. They work on a 10% basis on housing. And every agent in here that has not gone through the tracks lately, you gotta go take a look at them, because that is the future. Electric car chargers, every single house has to have them in the garage. Because you know, California is pushing to get rid of any brand new cars after 2030, I think it is. That
Be carless by 2050, I think.
No, it's already in California, they moved it to 20, yeah, wait.
I'm completely out of that.
Yeah, what I meant was that no new, brand new cars coming into California can be gas. Okay, now if this is almost 2022, that's like 8 years from now. So that already getting ahead of the game there. Now, I'm not gonna get into politics, but it's gonna be done, okay? So what am I here for? I'm here to help you make your jobs easier. So so here I got 2 things. Here's a list of all the water companies. There's 30 water agencies in the Antelope Valley, okay? And it's something you need to know, because every single one of them have their own board of directors, and they have their own rulings. So when you go get a piece of land and there's a water system, fire hydrant there, and I go, great, I want to sell this lot in Lake LA for $25,000, $27,000, that's not a problem. The problem is when you go get your water meter, it's $30,000. Okay, so Lake LA is a perfect example, because that's going to be the next boom. Okay, and people that know me know I predicted it 3 years ago that the median price home will be $300,000 by the end. I had it right on the nose. And a lot of it has to do with what I just say about Pacific Communities. Cost of material went up $100,000. You're gonna start seeing new homes being built out there in the high 3s, low 4s coming on here shortly, because there's people buying those lots right now to build custom homes. So just to get started off the ground, it's gonna cost you $100 grand just to get the lot, the septic, and your water meter. Okay, so I just want to bring it up. So I have that available to you. And then the other sheet, this gives you the cost of what septic tanks are, if you have to drill a well. Oh, anybody who wants to drill a well, you've got to contact me. Okay? I'm a director of the State Water Project, which is known as Antelope Valley East Current Water Agency. And I was involved in drawing up the plan that allows you to drill a well in the Antelope Valley. This groundwater in the ground here, you have no riparian rights. They were taken away in 2016 by the courts. They control the water. Yes, you do have permission to drill a well, but you have to go through the water master. And I'm just telling you this information so you can come to me and I'll show you how to get the application on the computer. Okay? I know, it's a pain in the rear, but
Wow.
I know, a lot of changes going on. So, building a house in the Antelope Valley, not counting the dirt, it runs you $200 a square foot. Just remember that, $200 a square foot is the threshold of building a new home in the Antelope Valley. So if you take 3,000 square feet, $6,000. That's why things are so expensive. So, what am I saying? Resales. You guys are in a perfect position to really score, because your houses are running about 20% less than a new home.
How much is a well?
Well runs, good question. Well's gonna run, first of all, just to drill a well in the Antelope Valley, it's $50 a foot. Okay, and the depth depends on 300 feet or 800 feet. Average well today is running between, with all the tanks, that's another story. County Fire Department decided you're gonna put in between 10 and 20,000 gallon tanks, either 1 or 2 tanks. If you go look on 30th and N, those blighted homes that were there now, they're all being developed. They drilled a well for 3 houses. The city of Lancaster allowed them, that's in the city limits, and Quartz Hill Water District allowed them. Because if they didn't do that, it was $100,000 per house to hook up the Quartz Hill Water District. But basically, 35,000 to 55,000, somewhere in that, including your tanks, your pumps, your booster pumps and everything hooked up to the house.
So that includes the hardware and the labor?
Yeah.
35 to 50,000.
Yeah.
And that serviced 3 houses. That's our
Well,
first
in that case, it might be a little bit more. No, that'd be a little bit more because they got a wire to each house.
So it's each and
I'm just talking one single home. But that one, I mean, it's not gonna be a whole lot more because you got the well, you got the pump. And the pump dictates how much water you're gonna get. I think they got 30 gallons per minute, which is, and that's another thing, the legal rules here technically is 3.5 gallons per minute is minimum to get a building permit. Okay, well, I'm telling you, 'cause I know you guys have a lot of stuff to go. I'm happy to put on presentations in small groups. The room's available during the day. Let's fill it. I mean, sitting around waiting for something to happen, I'm here to make it happen. So just call me up and say, Frank, I want to talk about land. I want to talk about building costs. I want to talk about getting access, to the property. You want to, anything you want to talk about, I'm happy to sit there and do that. I sit in my cave back there, and what I'm doing, I'm sending this stuff out to agents all over that deal with the Antelope Valley, all the way down to LA and everything else. So I left 30 sheets over there. Help yourself. Take one of each, and if you have any questions on it, let me know, and I'll let the next person come in.
Thanks, Frank. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, good information there. We have the mic, so back on, not my back. All right, there we go. All right, so guys, real quick, we're going to go over our belief system here at Keller Williams, and this is one of our integral parts of our culture, and we go over this every time in every meeting. We go over a different section of our MVVBP. First thing is win-win or no deal. Integrity, do the right thing. That's a big one, guys, integrity. Do the right thing. Customers always come first. Commitment in all things. Communication, seek first to understand. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, right? Do double the listening before we start speaking. Creativity, ideas before results. Teamwork, together everyone achieves more. Trust starts with honesty, equity, opportunities for all, and success results through people. That is our belief system here at Keller Williams. All right, Ignite is starting in July. If you are a newer agent, who's a newer agent? Who needs to reignite their business because they took last year off? You guys are a bunch of liars. You can raise your hands. All right, come on now. Let's be honest. Ignite is the foundational piece, or reignite your business. It's a foundational piece of what we teach here at Keller Williams. It's a 12-course. It's for a whole month. It's a 12 courses. It's taught by our top producers, and Drew's going to be teaching it as well. It's high accountability of really getting your business going again, from starting with your foundation of your big why to blasting off your business, all the way everything in between with working with buyers, doing open houses. It's a great class, guys, to get in here. And even if you've taken it 3 or 4 times, come take it again because you learn something new every time. Mega Camp, August 23rd to 26th. So Mega Camp this year, they've been trying to open it up to everybody, as many people as they can, but they have regulations and rules where Mega Camp is in Austin, Texas. So only the top 2,500 agents were invited to go in person. Everything else will be virtual. So virtual, which is great because you could jump on to the as many things as that you want to jump into, and you get access to it for months later. Its early bird pricing begins mid-June. The prices are much cheaper now that it's virtual. When you go in on person, it's normally $800. I believe right now it's $89 to be able to sign up for this. It's a great 3 days of learning of just anything. In any part of your business, they have something to help you take to the next level. So if you guys are interested in that, jump on it, megacamp.kw.com. Strongly recommend going. I know I will be attending and enjoying that through that time. Oh yeah, we got our script masters. That group's getting big every morning, JD. You get a lot of people in here every morning. Who saw my video yesterday of JD screaming that he's a gladiator? I'm a gladiator. I was pumped, JD. I was like, yeah.
Philemon brought it to the group.
That was yours, Philemon? That was your script or what?
Yeah, it's something I listened to before, so I introduced it to
It is a great affirmation there. Guys, that team is really working on their scripts every day. It's a high accountability group. They're mastering the sales language. We're going to be doing our script championship in September. We're talking about it, get people excited about it. There is going to be one winner that gets the belt for the year, and they're going to talk smack and nonstop. Oh, there's the belt. See, we got the belt. Hold on.
Yeah.
Otto, come show the belt in the camera.
Hey, Otto's the ring girl.
Otto is the ring girl. No bikini, please.
Why not?
Okay, well, it's 2021, whatever you want to do. Looking good, man. So,
You look like Hulk Hogan.
You look just like Hulk. So it'll be a lot of fun, guys. We'll have the championship on the awards meeting, and hopefully it'll work out. We'll probably do a fun event for that. Well, they will script off, and we will have a cheering for who's the best script champion. They'll be named for the year. So you should be practicing because those guys are going to bring it. It's going to be a fun competition along the way. So if you're interested in learning more about it, just pay attention. We'll be talking about it more. Just be practicing right now, right? All right. Happy 4th of July, guys. We're doing the Kicks for Kids. We are going to fill up this office for shoes for, what's the school, JD? Tamarisk Elementary? It's an elementary school. We partnered with, you guys were here at the last meeting. We're bringing in shoes for kids that unfortunately just maybe don't have a nice pair of shoes or get sent home from school because they don't have the right shoes for school. We're going to be partnering. There is another real estate agent office that's doing it as well, and I've heard they've already raised like 300 shoes, something like that. So we need to raise 1,500 because I'm not letting that office beat us. And we were talking about it. We've already raised quite a bit of money for it, over $1,000. That's going to give us a lot of pairs of shoes, but guys, we're Keller Williams. We win. So we need more. So we're going to be doing this event on July 1st, right? July 1st, there it is, from 4 to 7 at the Waffle Kitchen. We're going to have some free drinks. I know we have some sponsors there. Then we launch
for 100 drinks.
For 100 drinks, and then to get the drink, you have to bring a pair of shoes, though, right?
Bring a pair of shoes, you get a free raffle ticket.
Free raffle ticket.
Bring a pair of bring a co-broke, you'll get a drink ticket.
Ooh,
Yeah.
free drinks. You got to bring a friend. Bring a friend, just let them know, show what we're doing. It's not a KW's only event. It's for everybody. We want to get more shoes in there. But also we want to share our culture that we have at our office compared to other offices and let people see what we do and how we're different than everybody else. It'll be a lot of fun. The collection date for the Kicks for Kids is July 15th. We're going to fill them up right here, right, JD? That we're going to bring them in and stack them up. Our goal is to stack them up all the way up here so every one of those kids that are in need will get a pair of shoes during that time before going back to school time. All right? And we have a list of shoe sizes and everything, so if you don't know what to do, you could always donate money to Jimmy Mora or Jacqueline Hernandez. They're sponsoring, they're kicking off the event, and they are doing big shopping trips with a list of names to go get the shoes for kids. So if you don't have time or can't do that, money always works as well.
A quick note too, I've been getting a lot of responses back just from small businesses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's another, another prospecting. So if you have vendors or whatnot, they're more than happy to.
Yeah, how do you take this and impact in your own business and find a win-win? Why not go door knock your neighborhood and ask them that you're trying to get shoes for, wear your name tag, but you're trying to get shoes for kids, new shoes. So if anyone's interested, and then just leave them out by your front door, and you'll be back on July 13th to pick them up. Right? You can tie that into your business and get out there and door knock, and that way you're not door knocking terrified for business. You have a purpose to go knock on your neighbor's door. By the way, I'm your neighbor. Nice to meet you. Oh yeah, what do you do? Oh, I'm in sales. What do you do? I'm in real estate. Oh, look at that. Now you have a relationship, and you've door knocked, and you're getting Kicks for Kids. All right.
What was the address on the other thing?
It's the Waffle House over by the Avenue S and 47th Street, by the Keller Williams Palmdale office.
Waffle Kitchen.
The Waffle Kitchen.
4611 East
The
Avenue
east
West.
location is
4611.
The KW East
Yeah,
location.
right next to KW East side.
Yep. Which if you guys haven't checked out yet, you need to go check out because it's beautiful. Otto's over there, so you have to avoid him. But other than that. All right, let's bring up Amy. Let's have some fun. Amy, get up here. Let's have some
Hi
fun.
guys, how are you doing out there in Zoom land?
Good.
You know what? You're on your phone, not paying attention.
All right, hey, listen, can you write something in the chat to let me know that you're awake? How about you say yay? How about yay in the chat box?
Let's get the chat box up. I think we
Yeah,
have the
let's
wrong
get the
box
chat
up.
box up, because I want to make sure that they're involved just as much as the people in here. All right? We're going to play Price is Right. Where's my yays? Where's my yays? I want to see my yays. Okay, everybody that's awake, right, yay.
Mary's awake, Corey's awake, Bernetta's awake, Joy's awake.
All right, look at them. Okay, so today we're going to be playing Price is Right. Here's the rules of the game. We're going to put up on the screen, you're going to see the address of the home, square footage of the home, how many bedrooms and bathrooms, pictures of the home. These homes have already sold. You must guess for how much without going over.
Put your phones down, no
So
cheating.
put all your phones down, and we're gonna guess how much, and you gotta do this quickly in the chat box, guys, and at Zoom. So you're gonna quickly put it in the chat box, the amount that you think it's sold for. Here's the catch. If you go over,
You're out.
you're out. The person closest to that price without going over will get a little prize from On Track Escrow.
All right.
Fun, are you ready?
Is that
So let's do this.
Do it, let's do it.
Before we do the price, on the back of the piece of paper that you picked up from Frank, put your price on there and then you'll hold it up. That way, because I can't write down all your guys' prices that fast. That ain't gonna happen. Zoom, you guys gotta type in your price and we'll count down the last slide before we show the price. So Zoom, you gotta put your price in, you gotta type it in to participate. I'll handle it. I'll hold the pictures.
Okay.
All right.
Are you ready? I'm so excited. I'm going to test your knowledge here. Let me see what kind of realtors you guys are. Woo! Ready?
Ready?
Are you going to win, Ken?
Paper?
Ken, I'm looking at you.
I'm ready.
You ready?
And
I thought you were going to win.
These houses were vetted and not sold by KWAV.
Yes, everybody should be saying, I'm the winner. Ready?
I'm the winner.
Okay, let's do this. Here we have a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, built in 2006.
You're welcome.
27 and some change in square footage.
Oh, I sold that one.
At 50, if you sold it.
You did not. I checked it all. He's a liar. That was me.
Here's some pictures of the interior.
When did it sell?
Okay.
That just.
It doesn't,
This
it's all recent.
all sold within the last 15 days.
Yeah.
Oh.
2 weeks.
Right. So, here's some pictures of the inside of the home. Outside
Can't
of
go
the home.
anymore. That's it.
Alright. So there you go.
All right,
Write it down,
write it down.
Everyone, look on, up there. So we only have, what, 3
Oh,
people playing?
5806.
We only have 3 people playing on Zoom.
You guys got
Oh,
1
come
minute.
on.
1 minute to get the
Really?
price written down.
Everyone in here, write it down, write it down.
Money, dude.
Alright. So the closest without going over, that's it on Zoom, you can't do anymore. Price is,
Ready?
ready?
Oh!
Who got it without going
We
over?
got 530. Anyone close to 530?
530?
6, 7, oh,
I only made 90,000.
575?
530?
575. 575. 575 is closer.
530.
Let's go
Oh, yeah,
down.
570.
575?
This is what I would have gotten.
What?
690.
575, is that the winner? Let's see in Zoom. Everyone's over in Zoom. I think that's it, 575.
Good job, Clara. Okay, come on, Zoomers, you gotta win one.
All right, here's our next one.
Here's our next one.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you gotta
We
get
got
the
2
shot.
more.
Yeah. Okay, so this one's on 4638
This is
Table
in
Mountain Road.
East Palm. I got it.
East Palmdale, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 13 change in square footage, and, okay, and here's the
Ooh,
pictures
look
of
at
the
those
home.
floors. I think they used Indian media. Look at those.
There, I know, that is beautiful. Look at that.
So then we have
Any
our
more? Here we go, here's the
kind of a small
backyard.
backyard, right? You know, I don't see any solar.
They do have storage.
They do have storage.
Yeah.
All right, we got 1 minute to get the prices in. Everyone
All
get
right,
those prices
Zoomers,
in. Oh, look
come
at
on,
Corey doing
Zoomers.
$1 more than Heather. That's so funny. Corey's been on the
That's
prices right.
The price is right, isn't it? Right? Not one
You
more.
guys want to hear an interesting fact? I won over $10,000 on the Price is Right.
Hey,
Boom!
hey,
I'm a
I
champion.
won a car.
You won a car? Price is How much you won?
1975.
It's 75.
The very first Starfire Oldsmobile that was built.
I won scuba gear that
Clara
didn't fit me.
won a car. Clara won a car, Price is Right.
Yep.
Yep.
All right,
Ready?
let's go
Okay,
show the
the
price here.
ready?
$390. Oh, we got
What is your
385.
385.
395.
395, just over. 385.
385.
Is that
Zoomers,
got a 395. They're over 385. Larry did 385 as well.
All right,
did
how
Gloria.
much is yours?
So did Gloria. We got 3 winners.
No, mine no.
What is
385.
What is yours?
You're under.
Okay.
385. 385. We got 3 winners. We got
3 winners,
Larry,
385.
What do they do now? Do they fight it out?
Larry.
Oh, Larry did 485. I just misread it.
Okay.
Larry's 100,000 over. I misread it. Just 2 winners. Just 2 winners.
2 winners. Okay. Good job, guys. You're doing good.
All right, this is the last one. Last
This is
chance
the last
to win.
one to win. Okay. You got this down.
This is in East Lancaster.
East Lancaster,
so
4-bedroom, 3-bath, 35 and some change in square footage.
3,500.
All right, that's a big home.
It's big. It's a big home.
It's got RV access here.
Nice RV access that they added.
This is on the east?
Oh yeah. This is East Side.
East
So
side.
nice, looks like some vinyl with flooring. Kitchen's kind of standard. It still looks nice and big. I would have hit it too many times. It didn't go when I clicked.
Okay, so
All right, the backyard kind of standard. Nothing but a nice patio.
okay. All right, let's look at the Zoomers. Zoomers, are you all
Let's get
done?
all the Zoom in there. They're still putting in their prices.
Like boomers, but Zoomers. There's Zoomers out there.
All right, we got it. 3, 2. Sold out. We got a 525 on Zoom.
Oh, yeah, 550 right there.
550? Dead on? Oh, Larry, 15 off. Wow. And the real price is right here. Dead on. You win it. That's too much. Look at that.
I put 4,900.
Bad for them.
Did you enjoy that? Yeah. You want that on a weekly basis? Yeah.
Every day.
Okay.
Bring one every time? Why not? That'd be
Why
fun.
not? Every time. How about every Thursday, you come in here and we will do the prices right.
All right.
Yeah, make sure I'm sure all of you have influence, correct?
Yes.
Do you have influence in life? Do you influence other people?
Amy, will you come?
Yeah, so if you influence other people, how about you bring another fellow colleague with you that's in this office? So next time that you come here, I'd like to see somebody sitting next to you that you brought.
From this office?
From this office.
Or from
Another-
Co-Broke. Why not?
Or another, if you
Yeah,
wanna bring
yeah.
somebody from outside, we're okay with that too. I'm asking you at least to bring somebody else. Okay, so please bring someone else, and we want to start building up these team meetings back again that they were
Pre-COVID
before.
phase.
Yeah, previously before COVID. So if each one of you can bring in those that are Zoomers out there, we'd love to see your face, but if you can't come in, I'm okay with that. Bring another Zoomer with you.
It's Phillips.
Okay, so I wear a couple of different hats, and there's a lot of new faces and new names that I don't know. So I wanted to first just take a moment to introduce myself. My name is Amy Constantine.
Woo!
Thanks. So I've been part of this market center since 2004, so for quite some time. The office actually opened in 2003. So I began my journey as a real estate agent like yourself, and then became a team leader, and then a general manager, and today I am your new OP.
Yep, baby.
Right. So OP stands for operating principal, but what it is that it's managing the market center at a higher level. All these years, we've only had one operating principal, and that person was Sam Raffet. You all know him, I'm sure. And so, Sam's not going anywhere, by the way. So Sam's exactly where he's going to be and where his love and passion is, and that's in this market center. And through the years, him and I have worked together with this market center. All it is just putting a hat on my head. Basically, that's it. It's actually, I've been doing it behind the scenes for a really long time. And now it's just a matter of, okay, there's a role, a tag line that's attached to it. Sam's not going anywhere, Sam's still the owner, there's no movement there whatsoever. He's still gonna be coming in as he does. Right now, he's on vacation, but, you know, that's why I decided to tell you.
We're
now.
encouraging you to
That's
take
not
more.
what- That's not what I did. But he comes back on July 2nd. But anyway, so just wanted to let you know that because I'm introduced a lot as on-track escrow, which I am, by the way, I'm extremely passionate, you know, about the girls in on-track, and I have one of them with me, Anna.
Hi, I'm
Come here, Anna, so the Zoomers can see you too. Anna is our director of first impression, and she'll be moving into the escrow processing role as well. But get to know the girls. There's 12 of them over there. I call them my dirty dozen. So
In a totally good way, though.
in a totally great way, yes, in a totally great way. But even though that I've been with On Track Escrow for many years, and I'm kind of, you know, everyone knows me in here as the face of On Track Escrow, they also know me the face of KW. So I don't want it to be where you think that, you know, I'm representing On Track Escrow and I don't represent KW. I very much do, for heaven's sake, I'm your OP. So and even before I was always, I've been a broker for this office for many years and all of that. So a team leader and I think every role from janitor all the way up. So, I just wanted to let you know who I was because I do see a lot of new faces and new names, and I want to please stop by and say hello to me. Right now, because of the construction, most of my time and where I sit is in on-track escrow, just because there's a desk available there for me. So don't hesitate to come by and introduce yourself and get a hug from me if you're not afraid of hugs, okay? All right, without further ado, thanks Anna. I want to bring up your broker of record, Scott Cooper.
Hey, how do you follow that?
Thank you and good night.
Drop the mic, Amy. All right, guys, I'm up here, I'm your broker of record. I'm Scott Cooper. I've been involved with real estate, since 1996. All right. My job here is to keep you guys out of trouble. That's really my job. And your job, believe it or not, is to keep me out of trouble. We kind of work together there. Do you guys see that? Mm-hmm. All right, is it working?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, good, thanks. I can watch it. All right, so having said that, I need to let you guys know about some things that are going on. Are you all aware that SRAR merged their license or their map to now include Palmdale and Lancaster? Okay, so SRAR, MLSs all have a map that they work with. If you're within that map, you have to follow their rules. Well, SRAR, they all took a vote down there and they voted, hey, we're gonna take over Palmdale and Lancaster. Now, GAVAR still has Palmdale and Lancaster. So this creates a rather large issue.
Yeah.
Because if you're a member of SRAR, whether it's your primary MLS, your secondary, your third, fourth, fifth, in my case, ninth, it doesn't matter. I have to follow their rules. Okay, so do you if you are a member down there. You also have to follow GAVAR's rules. I've got to ask you, are their rules the same?
No.
Not at all, not at all. And there's one big rule that you guys need to be aware of, and that's the coming soon. SRAR allows coming soon homes. GAVAR does not, okay? So if you are a member of both and you put a coming soon up, you're legal with SRAR, you're breaking GAVAR's rules. The first fine that GAVAR has is $500. All right? So if you put a sign up and it's not in the MLS, you're going to be fined $500. If you put it on Facebook and it's not in MLS, you're gonna be fined $500, not paid, that's a different thing. All right, now I gotta ask you, who pays that fine?
We do.
The
Say that a little
broker of
louder.
record.
No, not the broker, right?
Scott.
We do, the agent.
Guys, you write that check. You write that check to GAVAR, that $500 comes out of your pocket. Now, $500 is the first offense. Second offense is a little higher, and third offense is much higher. Okay? All right, now, does that make GAVAR mean? Let me tell you what the fine is in SRAR. In SRAR, if you break the coming soon rule, it's 1% of the listing price.
Oh, whoa.
I had to fight for an agent in this office so that they did not have to pay a $12,500 fine.
But if they allow it, what's the rub?
Well, because they've got it coming soon, 21 days.
Yo,
So if you register it, and that's a great question, Ken. So let me go into detail how that $12,500 fine came across. When you register in SRAR, and we're talking about SRAR, so I want you guys to know the difference. When you register a house or take a listing and you're going to use coming soon, it's going in the MLS as coming soon. But if you're using an SELM, and that's where this came across, and by the way, both boards allow, SELMs. So if you're using an SELM and you send everything to the board, and we're gonna talk about that a little bit too. So your SELM gets filled out, you're gonna send in the first and last page of your listing contract and the SELM to the board, so it's now registered. You cannot advertise it, all right? If you advertise it, Facebook, a sign, hanging flyers somewhere, anything like that, anything other than, hey JD, I just took a listing and I want you to go look at it, you might have a buyer for it. I can do that, two reasons. One, JD's in my office. Two, it's a face-to-face conversation. So if JD was one of my clients, I could have that conversation. But if a sign goes up while an SELM is filed, you're now advertising.
What if the sign doesn't say for sale on it?
It doesn't matter. If it's got your name on it, you're gonna get nailed. We had to argue because an agent put a pole up. No sign, just the pole, and GAVAR was actually gonna fine him for the pole. All right? For just a pole, no sign. And I was very influential in that, getting that overturned for that particular agent. But so with an SELM filled out, no advertising. If you put a sign up, that's a $12,500 fine in SRAR for one of our agents.
12,000 or 1,200?
12,000, it was 1% of the list price. So if your list price, do the math, he had a sweet listing at 1.2, all right? That's what your fine is. SRAR doesn't play around. The houses that SRAR sells, guys, right now your average house down there is over $800,000 per sale, all right? Their pockets are a little deeper, but guess what? If we're a member out here with our average sales at half that, we still have to pay their fines. Okay, so keep that in mind. So, I want to make you aware, that's the kind of thing that I talk about. Yes, Ken?
One more question. If you are advertising as to come in SRAR, does that mean you're violating, and you're not advertising in GAVAR, are you safe?
No. If your property is within GAVAR's limits, right, and GAVAR's got their own map, there is no coming soon.
What's the way forward? How do we get out of this?
Well, the way forward right now is we have to follow the rules. CAR is in discussions right now and it's coming from NAR to CAR, But they're in discussions that this might go, all United States. And they're gonna come out with regulations for coming soon that all boards have to follow, maybe.
So I'm an agent and I have a listing, what's my best course of action?
Not to do it coming soon if you're in the animal.
Period.
Period.
Scott, what's the purpose of this? It sounds mean, right? But what was the purpose of them making this rule?
Okay, the reason this rule was made, and it was very controversial, and by the way, this rule's been out for almost 2 years, guys. It's nothing new, all right? But what this rule was written for was there was a lot of agents that were taking listings, they were throwing their signs up, it wasn't going in the MLS, and when it went in the MLS, it was going in as pending.
Pending, yeah.
All right, because the agents were double-ending their homes. Now, what was worse was, and you guys will see the changes in the contracts, that came out with a big box that says it's gotta be in the MLS. What was worse was people were taking the homes, they were listing it from down below out here, and they were telling their sellers, there's no activity, no activity, no activity, gotta drop the price, gotta drop the price, gotta drop the price. All of a sudden it gets sold, and it gets sold to the cousin of the listing agent, right? Who then, 2 months later, has it back on the market at the price it should have been sold, and now they're making money. All right, so all this rule is, Garrett, is to protect the public.
So there's a reason for the rule.
Yes,
That's what I
yes.
wanted to get to.
Yeah, and it's to protect the public, it's fair market, fair marketing for the public.
So are we still allowed to like circle prospect, door knock, no flyers or anything? Can we still do that?
One-on-one
Okay.
conversation, you can do that.
How about
All right.
flyers?
Flyers, I would be careful with flyers. All right, I would be careful with flyers. because-
Door hangers are part of that
Imagine if you
too?
gave that to a realistic competitor
Right.
that has nothing better to do but to turn people
Yeah,
in.
I'd be careful about anything in writing, but a one-on-one conversation, mass emails, don't do it.
Okay.
Okay, no mass emails, it's no marketing, all right? Okay, now I have a call every morning at 9:30 that I discuss things like this. I also discuss problems on that call. And, I'll give you an example. Right now I have an agent, they took a listing, the seller told the agent, I've got a place to move, I do not need to make it contingent on home of choice. All right, well, the place she was gonna move was into a house that she has a tenant in. Well, what just happened with tenants in the moratorium? It just got extended to September 30th, guys, so that tenant doesn't have to move. Now this seller is wanting to change the contract to, I need to make it contingent. Is the buyer going to buy into that? Not at all. The buyer's already lawyered up and is ready to go to court to make this seller sell the property. By the way, the buyer happens to be the son of a very prominent real estate attorney. All right? He's the son of SRAR's attorney. All right. So, does that, now me, I've got to go up against SRAR's attorney to try and work something out with this seller who, when she made the deal, she was right, but now she's wrong. So where's that seller gonna end up? Out in the street or broke? One of the two, depending which choice she makes. All right? So, but we talk about ways to prevent this on this broker call, guys. We throw it out. The first questions I ask on this broker call is, what do you have to discuss? What problems do you have? What questions do you have? And we go over these. So I fully encourage you guys to be on this broker call every day. The other thing that's real nice about this broker call is you have agents on there that are making upwards of $800 and $1 million a year, and they are showing you everything they do. I mean, everything. And believe me, what they do works out here as well as it does down there. All right, so keep that in mind. You guys have missed a great opportunity the last year. all right?
This call is not just for agents in Santa Clarita, right? It's for
No,
everyone.
it's for everybody.
It's on our calendar
You're
every
on
day.
it, you're on it all the time.
I am, I love it.
Next week, we have a guest coming to talk about Avids and the new RPA, correct?
Yes.
Who's that?
Yes.
Next week.
Okay, so next week we have Jeff Kahn. Jeff Kahn's gonna join us. He's joining via Zoom,
Yep.
okay? Jeff Kahn is our real estate attorney. Today, I'm doing an Avid class on site in Santa Clarita. You guys should have got the emails. And, you know, we're gonna go over how to fill out an Avid. Next week, Jeff is gonna tell you everything I taught you was wrong. All right? So, but he's not gonna go over just Avids. And then I joke, me and Jeff are pretty good friends. But he's not gonna go over just Avids next week. He's gonna talk about some upcoming changes. And Jeff, by the way, sits on the committee and writes the contracts for us. So he's a wealth of knowledge.
Where your
The
car
CAR
fee,
committee.
the CAR committee is where
Yes.
when you pay your car fees every
Forms
year,
committee,
that's what it goes to, is those forms, stuff like that, paying for them to do that.
Exactly. Okay.
Is there a way we can put the link for their call on the calendar?
It is. On the calendar, you click on the broker, it opens up, you click on the Zoom link.
KWAVmeeting.com.
No, that's the KWAV calendar.
AVcalendar.com.
KWAVcalendar.com, that's every class is on there, the Zoom links for everything, make it simple for you guys. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Scott. Thank you.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
At 9:30.
9:30.
in the morning.
You guys be catching up on your emails, and we're sending this stuff out to you. I know you get bombarded with a lot. There's a lot of good information in there of what's going on.
These are people in the trenches, though. These are
Yeah.
people that are making a living just like us.
Oh yeah, awesome. All right, thanks. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. Let's see what we got going on next, because I don't remember off the top of my head. We got JD to come up and talk to us a few minutes about
Right.
getting some money.
Money. Thanks, Garrett.
Oh, you man.
All right, got my little notes here. Can I exit out of this for a second?
Yeah, absolutely.
How's everyone doing while Garrett's doing that?
What do you want me to
You
pull
guys
up?
like the meeting so far?
Yeah.
All right, pretty cool, all right?
I'm
It's
just
good
kind
so
of
far, so
wondering,
don't mess it up.
I know, right?
I'm kind of wondering when do we get to spin that?
This is going to be right after JD as a prize. So for you guys in Zoom, while I stall, we got our wheel of I think they want to say fortune, but I like destiny because it sounds like more like you could die or something. It's right there. So if you guys have been a part of Keller Williams for a long time, you remember that we used to do a money bag once a quarter at an office meeting. So anyone that referred an agent got to go up and pull money out of a bag.
Yeah.
And there was like $1 in there, $20, $50. There was like a couple $100 bills. So we thought it'd be more fun if you got to spin the wheel of destiny. So at the end of every
I can't even hear you.
We can hear you.
we heard you. Every single office meeting at the very end, if there's 2 ways to get a spin, and guys, this is all real. You just pull off your prize. 2 ways to spin. If someone names you as a sponsor, you get to come up and give the spin. If someone, if you call me and say, "Hey Garrett, this agent was great," he's expecting your call. You can't just tell me, "Hey, there's a great agent," call them, and they have no idea that you told me. They have to be expecting my call. You also will get to come up and give a spin. So every single Thursday, you can come up. I think we have 6 people today. You must be present or on Zoom. Zoom, you can call someone out lucky for you to spin for you. If you're not here that week, sorry, no making upsies. You got to be here at the meeting.
No rollovers?
Yeah, no rollovers. You're gonna come in and spin. So as soon as JD's, is it not working?
I accidentally logged this out.
You logged us out? Oh no, it's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll wing it. All right. So you're good. So anyways, that's what we'll be doing right after JD's done. We'll get the people up from last week who gave the referrals to come give it a spin.
Awesome, thanks, Garrett.
Uh-huh.
Okay, guys, so I want to talk to you a little bit about profit share. So we're working on a few things, a lot of cool things actually. While Mike's pulling this out, we're while Mike's getting us ready, he's going to pull up the numbers for the profit share. I actually know them off the top of my head. I know that last month, the #1 profit share earner was Rob Talbot with right around $3,500.
It's on the next slide.
3,500. So we're gonna pull it up just so you guys can see our top 5 earners for the month. I mean, that's a good chunk of change for just 1 month. And, you know, it's a reward for sharing our culture, really. At the end of the day, that's what they do. People like us, they come and join us. And that remains with you for your lifetime. As long as that agent's still here at Keller Williams and closing deals and the office is profitable, then you will get a profit share check. The cool thing about KWAV is we've been a profitable company for a very long time.
Since day one.
Since
We've
day
never
one.
not been profitable.
Never not been profitable. So we'll pull up those numbers. A lot of different people have done different things with their profit share. I know Rob invested into IRA accounts, right?
Yeah.
Is it IRA accounts?
So what Rob did is he set up an account that the profit share would go into, and that would just go straight into his IRA, and then quickly it became too much money because his IRA would cap. I think he opened up a set where you could do more into it, but yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, so he maxed out an IRA account, opened more. Amy's done some stuff with her profit share as well. I believe she bought an investment property.
She has an account, and as soon as enough money goes for a down payment for a rental property, she would buy a rental property with it.
Mm-hmm. And she's got plenty of them. Carol, I'm sure you guys have seen Carol in here before. She's always in here. I mean, the only time I see her in here is when she's picking up her check.
Oh yeah.
So she comes in here. She's a huge profit share.
She's number one.
Yeah, number one in profit share. The reason I share that with you guys is so you can see what people have been doing with profit share. Some people get a little bit of money, some people get a lot of money, and it varies. The 21st is like a holiday for us profit share earners. We don't know how much is going to hit until that day. Sometimes I think the lowest one I had was like $3, and the highest one that I had was like $1,300 or $1,400. And that was just, I think I have 3 people in my downline. 2 of them are cappers. And, you know, it's different for everyone, but really it's just sharing our culture and getting people in. The people that have been getting profit share, so for example, Rob used to be a team leader. He was actually active in recruiting, so a lot of his profit share comes from there. Amy has always been part of recruiting. She is responsible for recruiting a lot of team leaders. So
Can I share a story real quick with Amy?
Yes.
So Amy had you've probably heard this story before, but Amy had a really good friend that she knew from when Amy was overseas. And her friend moved out here as well, and she worked at a dental office. And Amy would go see her friend and go to get her dental work done, and would be like, you need to get into real estate, you need to do that. And she would show her checks, how successful Amy was doing. And her friend was like, I don't know, I don't know. So her friend eventually did it, became successful, became one of the first office PC coaches, then became a head maps coach. That person is Michelle Anderson, who's my mother-in-law, who taught me to get into real estate. So Amy's in my downline, and I'm a team leader, and that was just happenstance, right? Amy also recruited Rob into real estate, into Keller Williams as a team leader. So you never know as a new person what that impact will have.
Right, that's kind of what I want to get into. Is, so there's different levels, right? Carol, she brought her sons into the business, and the sons ended up opening Keller Williams VIP. And so a lot of her profit share comes from the work that they've done. And of course she's done recruiting as well. My point is this, is you never know who you're gonna bring and what they're gonna do, right? So you might need to get 100 people in your downline to make a large chunk of change in profit share, or you might just need one. And that one person will change your life forever. So keep that in mind. You know, you just don't know who you're going to impact and what they're going to do when they come to Keller Williams. So I want to share with you that. You know, we're making money through profit share, and you never know who is going to be profitable for you. A couple of things I want to go over with profit share is I guess the stigma around recruiting or profit share. A lot of people think that recruiting is like cold calling and asking them to switch companies and, you know, come see our value, why we're better than everyone else. It's actually the complete opposite. I thought that's what it was when I joined Growth, and I quickly learned it's just the same way as you build your relationships with your database or your sphere of influence. It's all about being of value, so when they're ready to make that move, they already know, like, and trust you. So how do we do that, right? How do we do that with our colleagues in the industry or just the general public? So we do that just by leveraging our culture and what we have to offer here. So a few things that we do is we have events, we have classes, and we have co-broks. We're always closing transactions, and we're in day-to-day communications with all these different realtors. So growth is providing tools to help you guys leverage these things and get more people involved in sharing our culture. Because what's going to happen is no one is ready to make a move until they're ready to make a move. And what you want to do is have a relationship so good and provide so much value that they come to you first, right? So some of the events that we have coming up, Kicks for Kids and the 4th of July kickoff. So we have 100 drinks. We specifically got that many because we want to share it with our co-bros. So anyone that you're talking to, anyone that's interested in getting into real estate or signing up for the school, it'd be a good event for them to come to. And the script that we're using, it has nothing to do with Keller Williams or we're putting the event together. We are strictly promoting the Kicks for Kids event. We want to buy some drinks on you. So those of you that are working with realtors that love to give and are in the community or high S's if you study the DISC, this would be a perfect event to invite them to. If anything, invite them out to drinks and food on us, right? So that's a good event to share, get people involved with what Keller Williams does, and that's giving back to the community. KW Cares will be there. They'll have a little booth on the side because they're going to be doing raffles. So we're going to be giving out raffles. I think we have a phone charger, Bluetooth speaker, Rancho Vista gift certificate, $100 InView Media discount, and a gift basket. So we're going to be raffling that off. So if anything, they might win something for free. The other thing that we want to leverage is classes. So we have a ton of different classes that we have going on. We just talked about Ignite. It's a perfect class to invite people to. We also have Power Hour. Brandon runs Power Hour. You'll see his flyer around here. He just had it before this meeting. And we have a script class as well. So for any of you guys that are talking to your realtors or co-brokes or anyone that's interested in getting in real estate, it'd be good to leverage those classes. I know we have some people that are interested in taking our scripts class and Ignite classes. We encourage you guys to invite them to our classes. And then co-brokes. So Growth is going to be sponsoring closing gifts. So we're going to sponsor 3 closing gifts. If you have a deal that's closing before the end of the month, reach out to me. First come, first serve. We're going to sponsor 3 closing gifts, and the closing gifts are going to be this.
You talking about this month?
Yes, it's got to close before the end of the month. In the next 7 days.
I got one.
Cool. Come see me after the meeting. So it's a simple gift. Adam actually got this one from someone. We ate his cookies. They were really good cookies.
Hey, you snooze, you lose.
But it's called Crumble.
You should take time off when you have a baby. I mean,
So it's called Crumble. It comes in a nice box. You can order. There's a variety of them. You can pick as many as you want. The box itself is like $30, but they're not small cookies. They're cookies like this big, and you can put your own message in there.
Again, these are for the agent that you're working with.
Yep. So if you're closing a deal with an agent, and you have a co-bro. You want the script is this. You want to pick something out of the transaction that you really liked, right? So, hey Ken, it was a pleasure working with you. I really liked how you handled that request for repairs. You really helped me get my client what they needed and the seller what they needed, and I just appreciate that. I wanted to meet with you just to give you a token of my appreciation. Can I meet you for a cup of coffee, or can I drop it off at your office? A cup of coffee would probably be best to give you guys some time to talk. But that's the script, write it down. I really liked how you did this, and I wanna thank you for it. So we're gonna buy 3 closing gifts, so the next 3 realtors that reach out and have a deal closing by the end of the month, we'll order this for you. It'll be delivered to the office, so you don't even have to pick it up, and then you can take it to the co-bro. Okay, so we wanna leverage that. And the other thing is the KW Fast Pass that we have, that we're working on. I told you guys about it last week. I don't know if you guys can see that in Zoom land or up here. So this is the front and back of the card. It's in the beta phase. We're testing it out to see how it works. I've been using it a lot. If you would like to use these, come to me and I'll get you an order of 50 cards. And the way I've been using this, I've been using it actually more in the public than with my co-brokes. Whenever I go to a restaurant, I'm always, or like Walmart, the cashier, at the grocery store, I'm always keeping my eye out for something that I like about them. Garrett actually shared the script with me. The most recent one, I was at a dog house, having lunch. The gentleman behind the counter, the bartender, I asked him, I was like, hey, what kind of beer do you recommend? He's like, oh, well, he told me a little bit about this. Long story short is, he was 19 years old. He had never tasted the beer, so he had no idea. So he explained to me, he's like, I get it all the time. I actually ask people what they think about the beers, and I just share it with you. So I was like, wow, that's really cool, really, genius. And so before I left, I put my name and number on there. I said, hey, I really like how you handled that. You didn't tell me that you were 19, you had no idea, what the beers taste like. You improvised and adapted, and I really like that. I think that would be great as a real estate agent. You can bring that into our business. We have an office right up the street. I want to offer you some of our classes that we have. So I gave him this. He can bring it to the front desk, put your number on there. It's blank on purpose, so you can put whatever you want. And the calendar's right there, so they can actually scan the calendar and have access to the calendar. It's not just for classes, it's for events as well. So it's just a little piece that you can give to the public to keep in contact with them, and it's a free class. I mean, the kid was like, really, you're gonna give me a free class? I'm like, yeah, definitely. And so I've been using that more out in the public, trying to recruit people, because bringing people to KW, it's not just about co-brokes. We definitely encourage that, but we have plenty of people in the public that want to get into real estate. I mean, the academy, the school is packed all the time. So why not bring more people? Why don't you take advantage of that and get those people into your downline? You never know what they're going to turn into or who they're going to be. Adam started, Gareth started somewhere, we all started somewhere, and here we are, right? I think that's it. That's it for growth. Any questions? Okay.
I think let's give away some money.
Do it.
Let's do it. JD.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Awesome. All right, let's get my Google Slides. So every meeting, guys, we'll be doing this. So if you feel like you brought somebody in this week, remember this will be for last week's order. So this week coming up will be for next week. So let's see who gets to spin the wheel of destiny, fortune, whatever we want to call it. All right, we got Sue Haley.
Whoa!
Where's Sue Haley go? Oh, she's right there. Sue Haley. All right, Sue Haley, come up here. Let's start with you first. Let's
Come
get this
on
in the camera. Hold on, let's get the.
Didn't you win a car one time?
She did win a car.
man.
Hold on, let's get this.
Last year.
She's used to winning.
All right, so here's the rules. It's got to spin all the way around. So go at least once. You'll pull off whatever you win. This $100 bill is not real because I don't trust everybody. No. I have the cash in my pocket, so if you hit that, we'll leave that on there. But if you hit anything else, pull it off. Just don't get the dollar because that'll be a bummer and we'll all laugh at you. All right. So it has to rotate all the way around. Whatever way you want, just it has to spin all the way around.
You might want to hold it.
And
Stand.
I'm gonna hold it so you don't get too excited.
What you have?
All right, go ahead. Give it a good, yeah, let's.
Let's do this. We're gonna go for the 100, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here we go. Here we go.
That's active, that thing works. So if now the next person
Thank
spins
you.
and gets that, they'll just spin again.
Right.
All right, then,
Hey.
where's George? George said he was gonna come in here.
Oh, you snooze, you lose.
Snoozy, George, are you on too? He even was like, who named me? He even was a big all excited. Snooze, you lose. Ileana, I saw you on earlier. You're there, Ileana.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, so you got to choose someone to spin for you since you're on Zoom. Who do you feel is lucky? You got a room full of people that would love to come up and spin for you.
Yeah, my girl Sue Haley.
Oh, Sue Haley! All right.
Sue Haley that just got a $5 gift card?
It's a new car.
All right, $10 gift card to Subway. Eat fresh.
How much?
$10.
Yay, thank you.
All right. All right, Mike Haynes just walked in the building. You know, Mike, you walked in really late for that. We'll allow it, but next time you got to be here from the start. All right, come up here, Mike. Give him a spin.
Mike Haynes. Mike
All right.
said I could just take $100 if he wants.
Do I take Mike said that?
Mike wants it.
Oh, that was less exciting.
There we go.
$25 for the card. 25, that's good. All right, is anyone else on? George is not here. Mike's not here, right? Mike Watson, you're not on there, Zoom? I didn't see him. No. All right. Well, that's how you play the wheel. We'll have this every single week. All you got to do is talk to a co-broker and say, hey, I loved how you handled that transaction. Will you promise to take a call from my team later?
There you go.
Or hey, I love the way you handled that transaction. I really appreciate that. I was just telling my team leader about how awesome you are. Would you promise to take a call from him? He just wants to call and thank you. That's it. That's it. They have to expect my call, and you get to spin this wheel. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, guys, have a great week. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week. Woo! We appreciate you all coming back in here. Let's fill this place up again.